I thought it would be cool to just do this on YouTube and to make this a consistent thing because I typically have things that occur and that affect me, and maybe you watching also have things that affect you in the same way pertaining to the same example or situation, right? So last week I talked about how not everything kind of needs an answer and not everything is going to work out perfectly. And I kind of wanted to bring up a similar topic because the situation that I was talking about last week, it's kind of improved. I wouldn't say it's gotten where I want it to be, but I would say that it did get better. And I've also noticed, and I think it's important to notice for anyone, but me specifically, reflecting on what's gone on in the last couple of weeks, months, let's say even year, it's important to realize that things will get better. I think that's how everything works. Whether it may feel that way or not, because everyone's situation is different, obviously, you could be in a situation where it really is not getting better for a little while. But I guess my point is that no matter what situation you're in, at some point, at some time, at some moment in your life, things will get better so long as you do the typical due diligence of showing up and doing the best that you can, at least with your circumstances. Life's not fair, though. Don't get me wrong. There is no way for me to put this any more lightly than the fact that things can get better. Does that mean things will be perfect? No, not by any means. Things will never, ever truly be perfect. The idea of perfection is an imperfect idea within itself, but I guess just the concept, like, for example, I'm taking classes. For example, I'm trying to get back into the gym and be healthier. I'm trying to be more consistent on YouTube and create content that I truly love so that it's passionate and it's not a forced thing. And the initial process of any of this, right? School, you start the new semester and you're trying to navigate how the dynamic is between you and the class and the work and the syllabus and the professor. And typically it starts out difficult. Like, typically it's not perfect because you are starting a new thing and it's different, so you have to adapt and get used to it. But the point is after like the first 2 or 3 weeks, you kind of get the routine and things get easier. And going back to what I said, so long as you do your due diligence, you show up, you participate, you do at least the bare minimum. Obviously you can probably speed up the pace in which things get better by doing more, but at least just showing up and being who you are, things typically will improve. The same thing with the gym, you start out and it sucks. You try to push some weight, you try to do a certain stretch, you try to run a certain way or do some sort of aerobic exercise and you're out of breath and you're tired and it hurts and you're sore the next day and it sucks. But eventually it gets better. And yeah, sounds cheesy. I'm going to say the quote. It doesn't get better. You get better. Because it's true. You do get better. But that is truthfully pertaining to the gym and pertaining to managing external dynamics that you actually have control over. Not everything are you're going to have control over, unfortunately. Some things just hit you. Life just hits you like a truck. And certain things you just can't control. So it's like, does that apply to everything? I wouldn't say so. But I do think that what I said about just showing up and doing what you need to do, at least the bare minimum of what you need to do, things will get better. As time progresses, things will get better. I guess that depends too. Everybody's life is different and there are things that do not get better. But pertaining to that as well, an example, for example, oh my God. I'm rambling at this point. I'm trying to keep it together here because I don't want to cut up this video. I want it to be real. I want it to just be what I feel and what I've experienced. But pertaining to the thing that I talked about, the last YouTube video in this segment, you know, the person that I have an unresolved issue with, I guess, or they have an unresolved issue with me, I don't really know because I've decided to kind of step back from it. But that situation has kind of improved. Why? Because I stepped back from it. I stopped making it about a resolution. I just made it about, hey, this is how life works and this is how things are. And that it wasn't important enough for me to go ahead and change my life or to mess with my life to make things, you know, I have to get a solution. No, I decided to just turn that off. And generally speaking, my interaction with the person has gotten generally better, right? Like, I'm just showing up, I'm just being there, I'm being myself. And, you know, if we need to be in proximity with one another, so be it. At least it's not worse, right? So again, just doing the bare minimum and things got better because it's just time. There's another quote, cheesy, not really cheesy. This one's actually kind of deep, but it's the truth. Time heals all wounds. I don't know who any of these quotes are from, so don't quote me on it as if I said it. I promise it wasn't me, but it is the truth. Time does kind of heal all wounds. And again, when I think too much about it, I get kind of dark and grim about it because there's wounds that don't heal. But I guess the concept of passing away at some point is a form of healing, because a friend of mine said it the other day. He's like a really scientific dude from one of my classes. He mentioned that you live, or you're born, sorry, you live, you eat or whatever, you reproduce, and you die, right? Like, or whatever the case is. Like, he gave me kind of a cycle, and realistically that is how life and science and all that stuff works, right? But yeah, even that piece that happens, the inevitable piece that happens, even that is a form, I guess, of healing, because no longer is there, you know, whatever's causing the pain and suffering of whatever you're suffering through, you know? So anyway, I don't want to get into that. Because obviously YouTube is very sensitive to these kind of things, and people are too, and I'm not trying to hit a super sensitive topic. I think I want to keep this pretty damn positive. And again, I just think it starts with showing up, experiencing, and trying your best, and that's it. You know, whether it's school, whether it's gym, whether it's trying to learn something new, whether it's playing a video game, whether it's meeting new people and navigating situations, social situations, whether it's a job, whether it's managing your finances, whether it's managing your family or your household situation. I mean, realistically, everything will get better if you just show up and you let time pass. And the reason that is because life is full of ups and downs, and every down leads eventually into an up. Now, again, everyone's situation is different, so I'm not trying to be negative here, but my main point is things will improve. If you're feeling like life is hitting you hard, if you're feeling like something that you want to do is just not happening yet, don't quit. Show up, do your very best with what you have, because your circumstances can be very different than everyone else's. So stop comparing yourself to other people and just do your best, and things will improve. And typically showing up and doing the bare minimum, or let's say even going a little bit above and beyond and trying to improve things. I just want to make this one final point here. Usually that improvement or that step up or the level up, it's not always external. Most of the time, it's not external. It's not you doing something outside, like of within yourself, like you know what I mean? Like, it's not determined by somebody else is what I'm trying to say. Like, your improvement, your showing up and doing the bare minimum, even, that's not deemed from someone else's actions or external actions. It's about something inward, like something within yourself. It's about mindset changes. It's about things that you decide to actively do or not actively do anymore, like negative habits and things like that. Like, those things, I guess what I'm emphasizing is that those things come from within. Improvement comes from within. It starts with you. And even, again, if it's just the bare minimum showing up, it's still you making that decision to do the bare minimum and to show up. And if you do that, I'm telling you, even if you completely disagree with me, right? I promise you, at some point in your situation in your life, you will see some sort of improvement. So stop for a moment, right? Stop. thinking negatively, or at least try to, and realize that things will get better. Just keep pushing forward, do your best. It will be for something. I promise you. And if you feel like it's not, I also promise you that the whole reason I made this video stems from the fact that I relate to you. I understand that feeling. And I'm not the only one. There's tons and tons and tons of limitless amounts of people that are going through and feel the same thing that you're feeling. So I just want you to know, if you've gotten this far in the video, and again, I'm sorry if I'm annoying or if my videos aren't that great or whatever, if you're not an anime fan for the other videos that I have, if you don't love food as much as I love or whatever, if anything resonates with you, if it's these videos, then thank you for being here and I hope this helps you. But I want to emphasize again, you're not alone and things will get better. So just keep trying, keep moving forward, even if it feels like forever. You can do it. I promise you. And I'm going to do the same thing. So I hope to see you guys next week. All right. Thanks, guys. Peace.